Fine, we'll start with the correction. First question, polynomial 2x power 4 plus 3x cube minus 5x plus 2. What type of polynomial it is? What type it is? It is biquadratic. Degree 4 na, then it is biquadratic. Okay. If in case denominator x vandaduna 1 by x squared plus x plus 3. What type of polynomial is this? Just I'm asking, this is not related to your test rather. Is it quadratic? It is not a polynomial at all. Okay. In x power enna varumna minus 2 varum. X oda power negative la irukumbodhu you don't have it as a polynomial at all. Okay. So only when you have the powers to be positive and that too and the powers lay highest power nn path you will decide about what type of polynomial it is. Okay. So what type it is? It is a biquadratic. Biquadratic na degree 4. Degree 1 irundhuna linear, 2 irundhuna quadratic, 3 irundha cubic, and biquadratic is degree 4. Okay. Right. Question number 2. Sum and product of zeros of a quadratic polynomial are given as 2 and minus 15. Okay. So now what is that you have to find? Which is the quadratic polynomial. So what is the answer for this one, ma?
C, ma'am. C, option C.
C, B, right. See, sum of zeros. Sum of zeros na enna? Alpha plus beta is given as 2. And product of zeros na enna? Alpha beta is given as minus 15. And how will you frame the equation? It is x squared minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This formula namak therinjadu. Correct? So how will you approach this formula? X squared minus of alpha plus beta is what? 2. So 2x plus alpha beta. That minus 15 varum. So it has got to be x squared minus 2x minus 15. So what is the answer? It is option B. X squared minus 2x minus 15. Okay. Question number 3. Find the value of k such that the quadratic polynomial. So this is the polynomial given. It has sum of zeros is half of their product. What is it? Sum of zeros is half of their product. First of all, sum of zeros into the enema. It is alpha plus beta. What is alpha plus beta? Minus b by a. What is minus b by a here? In this particular polynomial pathina, a is equal to 1. Correct? What is a? A is coefficient of x squared, that is 1. After the x oda coefficient enna that is b. What is b here? It is minus of k plus 6. Correct? So minus k minus 6 ne ezhudikalam. And what is c? It is the constant. Constant is what? 2 times of 2k plus 1. You can write it as 4k plus 2. Okay? So what is it? 4k plus 2. So a, b, c, n and you have got it here. So I'll substitute that over here. What is it? Minus b by a. Minus b into the minus of minus k minus 6 divided by what is a? 1. Okay. So it will be k plus 6 divided by 1. Adhe mari alpha beta. What is it? C by a is the formula. So C by a. C enema 4k plus 2 divided by 1 it will be. So what is it? 4k plus 1. Sorry, plus 2. So either alpha into beta, either alpha plus beta. This is what we have got. If a question this polynomial has sum of zeros is equal to half of its product. What is given? Sum of zeros is half of its product. Sum of zeros under the alpha plus beta is half of alpha beta. Okay. So what is alpha plus beta that we have got? K plus 6. So k plus 6 is equal to half of 4k plus 2. Already we 2 times of 2k plus 2 is easy. We cancel this 2. Right? So what is it? K plus 6 is equal to 2k plus 1. Correct? K plus 6 is equal to 2k plus 1. So if you take this k this side and 1 this side, 6 minus 1, which will be 5, is equal to what is it? 2k minus k is k. So what is the value of 5? Sorry, what is the value of k? It is 5. Clear? Question la find the value of k ketirukanga. What is the answer that we got? Answer for this question is 5. So, proper in the formulas rendu எழுதிருந்தீங்கன்னா half a mark, and on the formulas la alpha plus beta alpha beta என்னன்றது decide பண்ணிருந்தீங்கன்னா அதுக்கு ஒரு half a mark, and in the relationship எழுதுறதுக்கு, that is given relationship alpha plus beta is equal to half of alpha beta, இதுக்கு half a mark, and finally for finding the value of k it carries half a mark. So totally 2 marks for this question. Fourth question. If 1 is a zero of this polynomial, so one of the zeros kudutanga, alpha enna 1, okay, then find the value of a is the question. One of the zeros they have given you, they are asking you to find the value of a. See, if you know the zero of this polynomial, it means what? And the particular value of zero, when you substitute in terms of x, your final answer will be equal to 0. இது வந்து நீங்க 9th ல படிச்ச remainder theorem, right? When x is when x is equal to 1 is a 0, in that case what is that you have? P of 1 will be equal to 0. Clear? So what is P of 1? Substitute 1 over there. Enna varuma? You will get it as a into, what is it? 1 squared minus 3 into a minus 1 into 1 and rather you can just write it as 1 minus 1 you will get. So this will be what? A minus, inge simplify panningina minus 3a you will get. Correct? Then here it is plus 3. Minus 3 into minus 1 is plus 3. Innoru minus 1. So what is that you will end up with? This entire thing you have to equate it to 0. Correct? So it is minus 2a plus 2 is equal to 0. Or minus 2a is equal to minus 2 and a is equal to 1. So the answer for this question is a is equal to 1. So in the condition எழுதுறதுக்கு you will get half a mark, and in the condition la substitute பண்றதுக்கு half a mark, and final answer of a என்ன 1 and கொண்டு வரதுக்கு 1 mark. So totally 2 marks for this question. Our next question, question number 5. If the sum of zeros of the quadratic polynomial, what is the polynomial? F of t is equal to kt squared plus 2t plus 3k. இல்லையா? இங்க என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க? Sum of zeros is equal to their product. அதாவது alpha plus beta is equal to alpha beta ன்னு கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. You have to find the value of k. K என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். How is that you can do? Previous method தான். What is it? Alpha plus beta is equal to what? Minus b by a. And alpha beta is equal to what? C by a. So you have to find what it is and substitute over here. அவ்வளவுதான். So what is minus b by a? இங்க எல்லாமே in terms of t இருக்கு. ஓகேவா? So t squared ஓட coefficient தான் a. a என்ன? k. b என்ன? t ஓட coefficient. What is it? 2. And c is constant which is 3k. So minus b by a ன்றது minus 2 by k. இங்க c by a ன்றது 3k by k, which is equal to 3. Okay. So what is it you have got? Alpha plus beta, which is minus 2 by k, is equal to alpha beta, which is 3. So what is k? K is equal to minus 2 divided by 3. In the k inge and 3 inge eduthan ponina minus 2 by 3 you will get. So this is your final answer. So as in the previous problem, in the formula எழுதுறதுக்கு half a mark, and the formula வச்சு இந்த data கொண்டு வரதுக்கு half a mark. And then for writing this relationship half mark, and finally for finding the value of k to be minus 2 by 3, it is half mark. So totally 2 marks for this question. Question number 6. If sum of squares of zeros of quadratic polynomial is 40. So what is given? Sum of squares of zeros. Squares of zeros. Squares of zeros ன்றது என்ன? What are the zeros? Alpha and beta. Appo squares of zeros na enna artham? Alpha squared, beta squared. Correct? Sum of squares of zeros na enna artham? Alpha squared plus beta squared. Okay. So alpha squared plus beta squared is 40. This is what has been given to us. You have to find the value of k. இப்ப நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சது alpha plus beta கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம், alpha beta கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். இல்லையா? இது splitting the middle term பண்ணி you can find what is alpha and beta. Either way you can proceed. Okay. So I'll just proceed with the formula method. I know alpha squared plus beta squared is nothing but alpha plus beta whole squared minus 2 alpha beta is equal to 40. So what is alpha plus beta? இதுக்கான formula கண்டிப்பா sideல எழுதுங்க. They'll allocate marks for that. Minus b by a. Okay. So what is minus b by a? Minus of minus 8 divided by 1. And what is alpha into beta? You will get it as c by a. What is c by a? K by 1. Okay. Right. If in the values, when you substitute, this is 8 and this is k. So when you substitute it, in alpha plus beta badala, I can substitute it as 8 squared minus 2 times of alpha beta and k is equal to 40. So what is minus 2k is equal to, what is minus 2k? It is 40 minus
Minus
8 squared is what?
64.
64. So what is it? Minus 2k is equal to 40 minus 64 will be minus 24.
Minus 24.
So what is k? K is equal to 12.
12.
Getting it? Do you have doubts? So this question also carries 2 marks. So as usual for this formula, you'll be allocated with half a mark. And for finding these data as half a mark. And for this relevancy, it is half a mark. Right? In the relationship order, this one is also expected to be written. Right? Or alpha beta தனியா நீங்க கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கணும். அப்படி பண்ணீங்கன்னா இதுக்கு splitting the middle term பண்றதுக்கு 1 mark, finding out alpha and beta, and this relationship க்கு half mark, and then இதுல alpha and beta and substitute பண்றதுக்கு half mark. So totally 2 marks for finally finding out k. Clear? Question number 9. If 1 0 of the quadratic polynomial is 6, one of the zeros is given as what? 6. You have to find the other 0. How is it you can find this? One of the 0 is given. So using that, either using alpha plus beta or using alpha into beta, you can easily find it out. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and it is given alpha is equal to 6. So you have to find what is beta. Correct? இப்போ இதுல alpha plus beta, alpha is 6. So 6 plus beta is equal to minus b by a, minus of minus 5 divided by a and x squared coefficient 1. So what is it? Beta is equal to, here minus into minus 5 will be plus 5. And in the 6 in the side, minus 6. So what is the value of beta? Beta is equal to minus 1. So your answer beta is minus 1. So what is it? One of the zeros is given. You are asked to find the other zero. So formula either எடுத்துக்கலாம் இல்லனா you might have even tried with alpha beta is equal to அப்படியும் நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ணிருக்கலாம். Splitting the middle term வச்சு ட்ரை பண்ணினா இந்த formula மெத்தட்க்கு மார்க் கொடுக்காம இருக்கிறதுக்கு சான்ஸ் இருக்கு. So try to go along with a plus b, sorry, alpha plus beta or alpha beta. Alpha beta எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா alpha beta equals c by a எடுத்துப்பீங்க. This is the other way of proceeding. So இதுல என்ன பண்ணிருப்பீங்க? Alpha is 6. So 6 times beta is equal to c is what? Minus 6 divided by a is 1. So beta is equal to what? In the 6, when it goes the other side, it goes in division. So minus 6 divided by 6, which is equal to minus 1. Here again, you should get the same answer, minus 1. If any one method is okay. Okay? Any one of the methods you should have attempted with. So for the formula, you will get half a mark. For substitution, you will get half mark. And for finally finding out the answer of beta as minus 1, you get 1 mark. Okay? So totally, half a mark for this as well. So totally 1.5 mark for this subdivision. Okay? This is question number 9A. It's a 3-mark question, 9th question. For that, the first subdivision carries 1.5 marks. So here goes the second subdivision, subdivision B. If both the zeros of the quadratic polynomial are equal and opposite in sign, then find the value of B. What is that given? One 0 is alpha, the other 0 is beta. What is that they have given? Both the zeros are equal and opposite in sign. What is it? Alpha is equal to x na, Appa beta enema, it is equal to minus x. Appadi. Okay. Whatever be its value, the other one is negative of it. Clear? So when you take it like this, alpha, one of the zeros, if it is alpha, the other zero is minus alpha in an equal and opposite in sign. Okay. So when you take it this way, what is it they have given? They have asked you to find the value of b. Equation enema kuduthirukanga. Ax squared plus bx plus c. What is that we know of? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So, இதுல அப்படியே அதனுடைய ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஃபார்ம்லயே தான் இருக்கு a b c ல இருக்குன்றதுனால you can just like that straight away அப்படியே எழுதிக்கலாம். So what is it? Alpha plus beta na இங்க என்ன வரும்? Alpha plus of minus alpha. கரெக்ட்டா? ஏன்னா பீட்டாக்கு பதிலா என்ன இருக்கு? Minus alpha, the other zero. So alpha minus alpha is 0. LHS 0, RHS ல இருக்கு minus b by a. So what will be the value of b? B is equal to what?
0.
A இந்த பக்கம் போச்சுன்னா 0 into A is 0. So obviously you will get the value of B to be 0. So answer for this one is B's value is 0. So in the formula, either this one or alpha beta is equal to C by A formula. ரெண்டுத்துல எது வேணா நீங்க apply பண்ணிருக்கலாம். But finally, finding out the answer, that counts. So this B subdivision carries 1.5 marks again. So formula ka half a mark, அதை substitute பண்றது கரெக்டா இதுதான் zeros. ஒன்னு alpha-னா இன்னொன்னு minus alpha. இல்ல beta minus beta like that. இதை substitute பண்றதுக்கு half mark and for finally finding B's value is 0. அதுக்கு half mark. So totally 1.5 marks for this subdivision. Question number 10. If one root of the polynomial is reciprocal of the other, then find the value of m. See, this also has two subdivisions and you have to find out the answer. It's 3-mark question total. First half carries 2 marks and the second half carries 1 mark. Okay, right. If a first half one root is reciprocal of the other. Okay. So alpha beta than 2 roots na. If one root alpha na eduthukina, beta and you have to take it as 1 by alpha. Clear? What is beta? Reciprocal of alpha. That is 1 by alpha is beta. Beta is equal to 1 by alpha na eduthukrom. Clear? So idhila what is given? Beta is 1 by alpha and what is asked? The unknown m. Okay. So alpha and beta vச்சு என்ன செய்யலாம்? இதுல ரொம்ப easiest part add பண்றதோட multiply பண்றது. ஏன்னா alpha alpha cancel ஆயிடும். Happy we can do that, right? So I'll take alpha beta is equal to C by A formula. இதை எடுத்தாதான் m வரும். M is in terms of C. C ஓட positionல இருக்கு. So which one you will take? Alpha into beta is equal to C by A எடுத்துக்கோ. What is alpha? Alpha தான். What is beta? 1 by alpha is equal to what is C? M divided by what is A? 5. Clear? So alpha alpha cancel addition, you will get it as what? M is equal to 5 nu varum. So this is your answer. This part carries 2 marks. So first of all, one of the zeros alpha and the other one is reciprocal of it. 1 by alpha and assume pandradhukku half mark. And then using this formula, idhukku half mark. In the formula la substitute pandradhukku half mark, m oda value 5 nu kandupidikradhukku half mark. So totally 2 marks for this question. Clear? Next one, second subdivision for the same question. If the graph of a polynomial intersects the x-axis at only one point, can it be a quadratic polynomial? If the graph of a polynomial intersects the x-axis at only one point, can it be a quadratic polynomial? Yes or no? No. ரெண்டு சொல்யூஷன் இருக்கணும் ரெண்டு சொல்யூஷன்னா ரெண்டு டிகிரி 2-ஆ இருக்கணும் only then you will get it. Okay, so for that it is 1 mark. Question number 11. If alpha and beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, 2x squared minus 5x plus 7, I'll write this plus 7 over here itself. Find the polynomial whose zeros are. These are the zeros given, right? So what is that you have to find? Already given enema. alpha beta, it is the zeros of this polynomial. So, இதுக்கு splitting the middle term try பண்ணி alpha and beta and கண்டுபிடிச்சு இதில் அப்படியே substitute பண்ணிட்டு then you can find the zeros, right? That was one method which we had discussed earlier. So, how is that we'll do? Splitting the middle term பண்ணீங்கன்னா product is 14 and what is the sum? Minus 5. So, happily you can go with what? Is there any option for 14? 7 and 2 தான் எடுத்துக்கணும். So, minus 7 plus 2 எடுக்கலாமா? So you'll take it as 2x squared minus 7x plus 2x plus 7. So idhula x common எடுத்தீங்கன்னா you will get 2x minus 7 plus 2 common, sorry, inga 1 common எடுத்தீங்கன்னா you get 2x minus 7. Sorry, inga minus 1 you have to take it common so that you get minus 5x. I'm sorry, ma. Splitting won't work out. Like plus 7 is there by mistake. Okay. Splitting will not work out because it is a plus 7 there. Minus 7 irundhadana you will have it as product to be minus 14 and you can work out that way. Okay. It is a plus 7 over here. So plus 7 irukadanaala you can't go for split the middle term. So alpha and beta are the zeros indradhukku. Alpha plus beta and minus b by a. For this polynomial, what is minus b? Minus of minus 5 divided by a is 2. So enna varuma? You will get it as 5 by 2. And what is alpha beta? It is c by a. What is c by a? C is 7 and this is 2. So 7 by 2. So alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Ipo alpha dash is given as 2 alpha plus 3 beta and beta dash is given as 3 alpha plus 2 beta. Now you have to find a new polynomial with these to be the zeros. That alpha dash beta dash வச்சு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். நமக்கு என்ன தெரியும்? Alpha dash plus beta dash கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் தெரியும். இன்னொன்னு alpha into beta என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கணும் தெரியும். Correct? So once after finding these two things, only then you can substitute and find out a new polynomial. So what is alpha dash plus beta dash? 2 alpha plus 3 alpha is what? 5 alpha. Plus 3 beta plus 2 beta is again 5 beta. So I can write it as 5 times of alpha plus beta. எனக்கு already alpha plus beta என்னன்னு தெரியும். What is it? 5 by 2. Alpha plus beta. So இங்க 5 by 2 substitute பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will get it as 25 by 2. இது alpha dash plus beta dash. அடுத்தது alpha dash into beta dash கண்டுபிடிக்கிறோம். What is that? You have to multiply these two things together. Multiply பண்ணீங்கன்னா you can write it as 2 alpha times of 3 alpha plus 2 beta plus 3 beta times of again 3 alpha plus 2 beta. Correct? Split பண்ணி எழுதிருக்கேன் வேற ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. So 2 alpha into 3 alpha எவ்வளவுமா? It is 6 alpha squared plus this is 2 into 2 4 alpha beta plus 3 into 3 9 alpha beta plus 3 into 2 6 beta squared, right? So நடுவுல இருக்கிறது என்னமா 13 alpha beta is there. Fine. So 6 common எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா you can write alpha squared plus beta squared here. ஏன்னா நமக்கு அது formula தெரியும். Alpha squared plus beta squared பதிலா you can write it in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Okay. So அதனால அது நான் 6 common எடுத்து alpha squared plus beta squared எடுத்துக்கிறேன். Plus இது ஒரு 13 times alpha beta is there. Just put it on hold if you substitute பண்ணாத alpha beta வை. This is 6 times of alpha squared plus beta squared. I can write it as alpha plus beta whole squared minus 2 alpha beta. Okay. So in the method proceed பண்ணீங்கன்னா இங்க ஒரு plus 13 alpha beta இருக்கு. So you have to put them together. என்ன வரும்? 6 times of what is alpha plus beta? What is alpha plus beta? It is 5 by 2. Correct? So 5 by 2 whole squared. இங்க minus 12 வரும். 6 times of minus 2 is what? Minus 12 alpha beta. Minus 12 alpha beta plus 13 alpha beta. என்ன வருமா? Plus வெறும் alpha beta மட்டும் இருக்கும். Correct? Minus 12 plus 13 is plus 1. So what is alpha beta? What is alpha beta? It is 7 by 2. So in the இடத்துல என்ன வரும்? 7 by 2 you will get it. Clear? In the 6 times of உள்ள இதுக்கு மட்டும் வரும். ஏன்னா already in the 6 I have multiplied it with this minus 2 and taken it as minus 12 and that minus 12 I have tallied with this 13 as plus alpha beta. Correct? இப்போ இங்க பாக்கி இருக்கிறத மட்டும் we have to simplify. What is it? 6 times of, this is 5 squared is 25 divided by 2 squared is 4 plus 7 by 2 varadu. Right? This இன்னும் further 2 I can cancel it out. மேல இங்க 3 வரும். Right? LCM எடுத்தீங்கன்னா 2 will be the LCM. இங்க மேல it is 3 times 25 which is 75 plus இங்க மேல ஒரு 7. 75 plus 7 how much is that? 82. 82 by 2. So 82 by 2 will be 41. So 41 is alpha dash into beta dash. So what is the new polynomial? It is k times.
Ma'am, isn't it 11 into 7 by 2, ma'am?
Am I getting it wrong? Which one, ma?
Ma'am, since 13 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta, 11 into
Minus
7 by 2.
illa illa ma,
That is
inga
11
minus
into
2 illa.
alpha.
No. Here 6 is there outside. இதுதான் அப்பையில சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். This complete bracket is including this one minus 2 alpha beta into 6 இங்க. So total இந்த 6 into minus 2 alpha beta பண்ணும்போது இது bracket குள்ள இருக்கு. Okay, 2 alpha betaன்றது. So 6 times minus 2 is minus 12 alpha beta. So minus 12 இங்க வெளியே இருக்குது ஒரு plus 13. Minus 12 plus 13 எவ்வளவு? 1 plus 1. அதனால தான் plus alpha beta இங்க வரும்னு எழுதுனேன். Alpha beta க்கு பதிலா straight I have substituted as 7 by 2. Okay?
Okay.
And then I have simplified the numbers, got it as 41. Either alpha dash into beta dash. So what is the formula? Kx squared, sorry, k times of x squared minus of, what is it? Alpha dash plus beta dash into x plus alpha dash beta dash. Okay? So k times of, what is x squared? அப்படியே எழுத வேண்டியதுதான். Minus alpha dash plus beta dash என்ன வந்தது? 25 by 2. Correct? Plus what is alpha dash into beta dash? Plus 41. So this way you will work it out. இது LCM எடுத்தும் போடலாம். LCM எடுத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த 2k, k கூட இந்த 2 வெளியே எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா you will get it as what? 2x square, sorry, k by 2. When you take LCM and LCM க்கு கீழ வர 2 வெளியே எடுத்துட்டோம்னா மேல நியூமரேட்டர்ல என்ன கிடைக்கும்? 2x squared minus 25x plus 82 you will get. Okay? So this is the new polynomial you can write. Kira denominator 2 வச்சு எழுதினாலும் okay, let this method proceed பண்ணாலும் okay. So this question, 11th question, it is totally a 5-mark question. Okay. So 5 marks question la idhula 2 subdivisions irukku illaya. Each subdivision carries 1.5 marks and this question carries 2 marks. Okay. In the question ku final answer kondu vandinga 2 marks you will get for this one. Final answer is this new polynomial that you have found out. Clear? Right. Let us proceed with the next subdivision. See, they have given you a polynomial 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. You have to find alpha power 4 plus beta power 4. So how is it you can find alpha power 4 plus beta power 4? Idhukku alpha and beta and kandupidichu you could have found out. Is there any possibility for you to find? Splitting the middle term panna mudiyuma? Product is 10 and sum is 11. 10 into 1 na? So what is it? 2x squared plus 10x plus x plus 5 எடுக்கலாம். Correct? அப்ப 2x common எடுத்தீங்கன்னா what will you get? X plus 5 you will get. Plus 1 common எடுத்துட்டோம்னா x plus 5. So it is x plus 5 into 2x plus 1 or you will get x is equal to minus 5 and x is equal to minus half. Okay. So these are the two zeros. What is it? X is equal to minus 5 and minus half. So either straight அதாவது alphaன்றது minus 5 no, betaன்றது minus half no, you can just proceed, substitute and find the answer. This is one straight way of doing it. If in case splitting the middle term is possible na, easy அப்படி பண்ணிடலாம். So just substitute தான் பண்ண போறீங்க. alphaன்ற இடத்துல minus 5 no, betaன்ற இடத்துல minus half no. That way also you will get the answer. அப்படி இல்ல splitting the middle term பண்ண முடியாத ஏதாவது கொடுத்திருந்தாங்கன்னா in that case இத formula methodல split பண்ணி எடுத்துக்கணும். What is alpha power 4 plus beta power 4? I can write it as alpha squared whole squared plus beta squared to the whole squared. And this in turn I can write it as alpha squared plus beta squared க்கு formula என்னன்னு எழுதணுமா? alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta இல்லையா அதுல alpha plus beta whole squared minus 2 alpha beta பாரு நான் இப்ப இங்க alpha beta ன்னு சொன்ன இடத்துல alpha squared beta squared னு போட்டிருக்கேன் ஏன்னா உள்ள இருக்குது alpha squared beta squared ஓகே திரும்பவும் இங்க further இங்க உள்ள என்ன இருக்கு alpha squared plus beta squared அது இன்னும் further you can split what is it alpha plus beta whole squared minus 2 alpha beta இதுக்கு further இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு whole square keep that in mind மேல ஒரு whole square இருக்கு இந்த term தான் நம்ம இங்க எழுதியிருக்கோம் இப்படி அதுக்கு இந்த whole square இங்க இருக்கிறத I have written it here for this one clear right இப்போ இங்க வெளிய வேற என்ன இருக்கு you have got to write minus 2 alpha squared beta squared பதிலா alpha beta whole square னு எழுதிக்கலாம் ரைட்டா இப்போ எனக்கு எல்லாமே in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta ல இருக்கா now what is that you know alpha plus beta என்ன minus b by a minus b by a na minus 11 by 2 correct alpha beta enna in the problem ku what is alpha beta c by a what is it 5 by 2 so in the values you can substitute simplify and find out the answer clear what is alpha plus beta minus 11 by 2 whole squared minus 2 times of alpha beta is 5 by 2 அதுக்கெல்லாம் சேர்த்து மொத்தமா ஒரு whole squared minus 2 times of 5 by 2 squared. Clear? இதை simplify பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கிறது தான் it's your final answer. What answer you all got? So this one after simplifying this is the final answer you get and second subdivision க்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னா straight alpha என்ன beta என்னன்னு substitute பண்ணி you can get the answer otherwise இது ரெண்டு மட்டும் simplify பண்ணிக்கோ ஏன்னா already here it is known thing alpha beta correct so alpha beta is 5 by 2 ன்றதை யூஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கும் if in case simplification by splitting the middle term is not possible na இந்த மெத்தடுக்கு போங்க it is LCM as alpha beta மேல alpha plus beta இங்க minus 2 alpha beta so you'll substitute all these values alpha plus beta and alpha betas and find your answer so what is it for alpha plus beta is minus 11 by 2 so minus 11 by 2 divided by 5 by 2 so 2 will get cancelled minus 2 times of again 5 by 2 so இங்கேயும் 2 cancel ஆயிடும் so you'll end up with minus 11 by 5 minus 5 so what is minus 11 by 5 minus 5 LCM will take so it will be minus 11 minus 25 correct so answer is minus 36 by 5 so final answer ரெண்டுத்துக்குமே வந்திருந்ததுன்னா you can give 1.5 marks for each subdivision so totally 3 marks for the second option here clear about this okay ma we have come to the end of the correction session you can put in the total for all your problems சரியா
Okay ma'am